Hey guys, and welcome back to another I Know First weekly market review. At I Know First, we've created an artificial intelligence predictive algorithm that forecasts the stock market on a daily basis. Our goal is to identify the best market opportunities and to beat the stock market on a daily basis. Today, we're going to talk about our AI's prediction of NVIDIA ahead of its earnings this week, as well as share some past forecasts we've had this week. As some of you know, we ended the week off on a bad note. The S&P and NASDAQ both had two negative days in a row. However, Friday there was a major drop where the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ both dropped over 1.7% each. Our AI predicted this drop on Friday ahead of time. On the left, you can see our AI forecast for Friday. First, we see that the VXN and the VIX are both at the top of the 3-day forecast, which means our AI is forecasting volatility in the short term. Not just that, but you can see that our AI forecasted the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ to both be negative in the short term, which is exactly what happened. We have a couple sample forecasts for today. The next two forecasts we will be showing you are from the Top 20 package. This package gives you the forecast for the top 20 stocks, as well as give you the daily S&P 500 forecast. So, if you want to get the forecast for the top 20 stocks and the daily S&P 500 forecasts, click the link in the description. For our first forecast, we have Robinhood leading the way. In this 3-month time frame, Robinhood went up 43%. The average return for this forecast was 5.5%, which beat the S&P 500. Our forecast of the S&P 500, which was positive, was also correct. Next, on February 12th, we forecasted Tapestry to be a top stock for the next week. In this 1-week time frame, Tapestry went up over 9%. Our positive forecast of the S&P 500 was also correct. If guys want to see more forecasts like this one and more live stock predictions, then join our webinar this Sunday, March 2nd at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys would like to join our webinar, then sign up with the link in the description. We've shown this Alibaba forecast a couple times now, but we want to show you guys it again. Alibaba went up another 5% on Friday while the market was down. Not only that, but in the Alibaba forecast we made in our previous YouTube video, we showed how our AI had a negative forecast for Amazon. Since then, Amazon has been down and went down more than 2% on Friday. If you guys would have bought Alibaba when we gave you the forecast in our Alibaba versus Amazon video, then you would be up over 24% in just 1 week. Since our negative Amazon forecast was published, Amazon is down 5.36%. Our AI is capable of forecasting the best stocks and the worst stocks on a daily basis. Let's talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA has its big earnings coming up this week on Wednesday night, and there's a lot of talk about it. NVIDIA has consistently beaten earnings by a large margin for over a year now. The question everyone is asking is whether they can continue this amazing growth or will their growth start to level out. NVIDIA's GPUs are the staple for AI infrastructure and every big enterprise seeks them out. With Project Stargate investing $500 billion in AI infrastructure, NVIDIA's revenue will benefit tremendously. NVIDIA's earnings expectations are as follows. Their earnings per share is estimated to be at $0.85, and their revenue is expected to be at $38.8 billion. The other big numbers we should be looking out for is theory net income and net margin. Last quarter, their net margin was 55.04, and their net income was $19.3 billion. If any of these numbers fall, it won't be good for NVIDIA stock. Here is our live AI NVIDIA forecast. Some upsides for NVIDIA include them being the leader in AI, they're expected to have strong year-over-year growth, and they're continuing to maintain their 90% market share in AI. Some downsides, however, include their lower than usual signal, the question of if they can keep their supply up with the demand, and how long can they have this tremendous growth continue for. Here, we are comparing the NVIDIA forecast for today as well as one from a month ago. You can see the forecast from a month ago has a signal which is almost double of what it is now. However, both forecasts are still positive with high predictability. And here you can see the NVIDIA forecast compared to a competitor like AMD. AMD has a lower predictability, which means the AI is more confident in NVIDIA going up. However, AMD has a higher signal, but not by that much. If we look at NVIDIA's technical analysis, we can see NVIDIA made a double top, which is a sign that its price is going to come down. We can also see how NVIDIA has made 2 lower highs, which is another sign that NVIDIA's will continue to drop. On February 13th, our AI forecasted NVIDIA to be a top stock to buy for the next week. In that 1 week, NVIDIA went up almost 7%. The average return for this forecast was 7 times better than the S&P 500, which only went up 1%.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let us know how you think NVIDIA's earnings will go. And here's to smarter, AI-driven investing. See you next time.